What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Fuzzy, you're wearing your hat. Is this like an old video? Is this like old times? We're going old school right now. Do you guys remember back in elementary school and middle school you were allowed to have something called Crazy Hair Day? Yeah, that's what's basically going on right now underneath this hat. So we are going to be keeping this cap on for the rest of the video and maybe for the rest of my life because my hair sucks right now. But I know you guys did not come here for me to talk about my hair. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to use my passion for fantasy baseball and baseball stats to go ahead and see who's going to get upgraded. I don't think there's going to be any downgrades this week, but we are going to see who is going to be upgraded from bronze to silver, from silver to gold, and possibly gold to diamond. Now I have a bunch of names written down here in my book. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to kind of cover the names that I see the most in the comment sections and on Twitter and Reddit and everything like that. And I'm going to tell you my opinion if they're going to go diamond, gold, all that good stuff. So the first player that I'm going to talk about right now is someone that I see every single video. And you guys probably already know who I'm talking about. But today, we are going to be talking about Aaron Judge. So before we go over his stats in the game, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give the stats for his past 10 games in real life. Now, the dude is hitting 324 with 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. The only thing that I would say he might not go diamond, I don't think he's going to go diamond this week. And the reason why is because he has 11 Ks in those 10 games. So I think his vision really needs to spike. I think it has to be in like the 50s or 60s for him to actually be a diamond. Because for right now, I think that his power is on par. But I will give you this, he might go diamond simply because of his batting average. Because the fact that he's hitting 324 the past 10 games, he's got like, I think he has a 330 average for the entire year. So if anything, this could be the one guy that goes diamond this week. I'm not confident in saying that. This is the only guy I'm fully not confident in my prediction. Simply because MLB The Show, they really like to work their players based off past seasons and future projections. So the fact that he's a pretty fresh player, I'm not too sure if they'll give him 2 upgrades 2 weeks in a row, because last week he went gold, this week diamond. I don't think that's going to happen, so don't buy in on Aaron Judge just yet, but after the All-Star break, I can guarantee you he's going to finish the season as a diamond. So next up, we're going to stay in the American League East. We're going to go to the Blue Jays. So if we take a look at Roberto Osuna, he's got pretty decent stats already, but I think they can actually get improved. So I'm going to tell you guys why. In his last 9.1 innings pitched in real life, Roberto Osuna has 7 saves, 17 strikeouts, 1 walk, and a .43 whip. Now I know closers, they have peaks and valleys. Like Cody Allen right now, he's pretty much pooping the bed right now. He can't save a game or shut an inning down for his life. I don't know what's going on with him, but Roberto Osuna, those stats are eye-popping. So this is the craziest part. I think his hits per 9, K per 9, and walks per 9 all have a chance of being upgraded. And the fact that he has a wide variety of pitches, Roberto Osuna could quickly become the best closing pitcher in the game if he goes diamond. Now again, in my personal opinion, I don't think anyone's going to go diamond this week, but I think Aaron Judge and Roberto Osuna are 2 top picks to go diamond. Next up, I've heard this name like every single day for the past week, simply because he had a couple leadoff home runs, but honestly, Anthony Rizzo, a lot of people are putting his chips on him. That's why he's going for 10K, but he's not going diamond. Let me tell you guys why. In his last 10 games, he's hitting 219. What stats can I show you right now? 77 contacts, 76. How is 219 mean that he's going to get a diamond upgrade? I don't understand that. You guys can hate me for that, but Anthony Rizzo is not going diamond this week. I can tell you that. I can promise you that for sure. I don't mean to sound harsh or anything like that, but some of these comments, they're a little bit picky, and the fact that Anthony Rizzo has 4 leadoff home runs, good for him. His power is there, but his contact hitting 219, you're not going anywhere with that. All right, boys, so we're going to stay in the National League. We're going to go over to the Nationals real quick because I'm going to cover someone that he's one of my favorite players. As you guys saw, I did race him. I don't think I'm actually faster than Trey Turner, but if you guys check out his stats, they're pretty solid. He has pretty good speed. His stealing and base running aggressiveness is something that I think needs to be upgraded, which is why I think Trey Turner will be a diamond in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So in his last 10 games, Trey Turner is hitting 357 with 11 stolen bases. 11 stolen bases, and he has not been thrown out 1 time. And on top of that, he has 7 walks in his past games, so look for his vision to go up, look for his aggressiveness to go up as well as his stealing. So I think Trey Turner has a pretty solid chance of going diamond pretty soon. Again, with the National League players, man, they're going off right now. So we're going to go find the Rockies real quick because we're going to talk about my man, Charlie Blackmon. Now, if you guys check out his stats, again, amazing player. One of those guys that coming out the gate when he first started his career, no one really talked about him. but Charlie Blackmon is now making a name for himself. Now, the only thing is I don't think he's going to go diamond this week because he's hitting 200 in his last 10 games, so he needs to bounce back. So if you took Charlie Blackmon and you added, I don't know, Giancarlo Stanton's arm, I think you would have one of the best players in the game, but the fact that he has a noodle arm and he doesn't have the best accuracy as well, I think that's what's holding him back. So I think after the All-Star break, if he has a bounce back couple weeks where he doesn't hit 200, maybe hits, I don't know, 300, 310-ish, and has maybe a couple outfield assists, I think you can see Charlie Blackbeard going diamond pretty soon. Jeez, what is with these National League players? Now we gotta find the Mets. Where they at? Okay, the Mets. All right, boys, so who are we gonna be talking about today? Well, for the Mets, we are talking about Jacob DeGrom. Ooh, now here's the thing. I did not know Jacob DeGrom was at an 89. I thought he was like an 87, 88. So he's pretty close to diamond. The way that he's been pitching, he might have a chance. So in his last 3 starts, he's 3-0. He's gone 8 innings each time. He lowered his ERA from a 4.75 to a 3.71. So this guy is absolutely carving right now. Now the only thing is his strikeouts are down, so I don't think his K per 9 are going to go up. But here's how he might go diamond this week. Do you see how his hits per 9 are at a 73? That's not really good for a starting pitcher. But in his last couple games, he's had a few walks. He's allowed no more than 5 hits in all of his starts combined. So I think his hits per 9 can kind of creep up. So you might see Jacob DeGrom go diamond. I would say maybe you would have to give it 1 or 2 more starts, but definitely I think he would end the season as a diamond. For the last gold player that we think might go diamond, we have to go back to the American League, and we are going to go to my team, the Indians, because I think this is one of the most underrated players in all of baseball, and we're talking about Jose Ramirez. So again, this is one of those guys where his inside edge always seems to be up, and if we check out his in real life stats, get this, in his last 30 games, Jose Ramirez is batting .395 with 5 home runs, 15 doubles, and 28 runs. So the 5 home runs and the 15 doubles, I think you honestly have to give him an increase in power because his slugging percentage is through the roof right now. So you might see Jose Ramirez go diamond. I don't know if it's anytime soon, but definitely keep an eye out for Jose Ramirez to go diamond sometime through the season. If not, going into next season, 100% going to be a diamond. All right, boys. Well, that is going to do it for the golds that I think might go diamond. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to go from silvers to gold. And some of these picks make me think, like, do the people who program this game, the developers, do they even watch baseball? So the first one, we're going to stick with the Indians because this makes absolutely no sense. They say that they go off prior years and they look at trends and everything like that. So with that in mind, how the heck is Edwin Encarnacion a silver? Now, I get it, he was bad starting out the gate, but that's how Edwin Encarnacion is every single year, and he always ends the year near a diamond. So if we check out my man's stats, in his last 30 games, he's hitting .330 with 8 home runs, 21 RBIs, and he raised his batting average from 218 to around 270. So he's been absolutely raking. He's Edwin Encarnacion. That's what he does. He should have never been downgraded to begin with. I just don't understand this. His contact needs to be up on both sides of the plate. This game kind of frustrates me sometimes. He should not be a silver. Now we're going to go find the Rangers real quick, because we are going to be discussing, at least in my opinion, one of the best shortstops in the game, Elvis Andrus. So if we check out his stats, pretty good. I would say he's got the speed, he's got the fielding ability. It's up there. His contact is pretty solid. But here's the thing. I think his power stats need to go up because in his last 30 games, Elvis Andrus is hitting .344 with 11 stolen bases and a .533 slugging. Now, his slugging could be a little bit better, but a .533 slugging, I think his power should get a little bit more pop. And also, I think his stealing, the fact that he has 11 stolen bases in his last 30 games, I think he deserves at least a boost to his stealing and maybe even his aggressiveness. So look for Elvis Andrus to go gold. I would say this week I'm pretty confident in saying that Andrus should be going gold, but if not, look for next week if he keeps it up. All right, we are on our way back to the National League because we're going to be talking about a former MVP here. We got to find the Pirates. I think you guys know who I'm talking about, Andrew McCutchen. The fact that he's a silver, that's just disrespectful. I get it that he's not been solid the past year and a half, but check out these stats. These are like Ruthian stats. Andrew McCutchen in his last 30 games is hitting .377 with 8 home runs, 26 RBIs, and a .679 slugging. So again, like I've said before, if MLB The Show developers really stick to their guns and say that they look at past trends and how a player used to play, there is absolutely no way that Andrew McCutchen does not go gold this week. It's not a 5-game stretch. It's not a 10-game stretch. This is 30 games where Andrew McCutchen has hit .377. So do you see that contact against righties? That needs to go up. Power against righties? That needs to go up. There's absolutely no way you're hitting .377 with a .679 slugging and you're not a gold. I don't care who you are. Along with the fact that he has 70 speed, this is 100% a gold player. So the next guy that we're going to be talking about is someone that not many people know of. I think he's in the same category as Jose Ramirez as one of the most underrated players in the game because we're going to be talking about Jonathan Schoop. So last year he exploded onto the scene. I think he had 20 plus home runs. He's only 25 years old, so he still has room to improve. But check this out. In his last 30 games, Jonathan Schoop is hitting .327 with 9 home runs and 29 RBIs. He is absolutely ripping the cover off the ball, so he needs to go to a gold, I think. I think he deserves that +3, because if you check out his arm strength, his fielding, you can put him at third base. And I think, in my opinion, if you stick him at third base with that fielding and arm strength, along with the 60-ish speed, and possibly an upgrade to his hitting, you're looking at potentially one of the most underrated third basemen that you can find in the game. I think his contact needs an increase, and I think his power to the left side deserves a little bit, because he's mashing lefties, and look for his vision to go up just a little bit more. So I think Jonathan Schoop, even if it's not this week, I think he is going to end the season as a gold. Now this guy right here, I'm not going to go over too quick because he's a rookie. I get that he's mashing the ball, but he's not going gold this week. Cody Bellinger, I think his power is where it's at. He's hitting .254, so there's no reason to increase his contact. His fielding is not that great. He's not the fastest guy, so I think his power is justified. Cody Bellinger not going gold anytime soon. So Adam Duvall, someone that not many people talk about, but this guy, he's a tank. I think last year he had 30 plus home runs and 100 RBI, so Adam Duvall is coming up on his second straight productive season. So his power is perfect. I think it needs to stay there, but also he's hitting .284. Why is your contact so low? I think Adam Duvall might have a chance of going gold this week because his contact is .284. It's more than a 54-59 split. So I think maybe if you go to the 60s, 70s for contact, you're definitely looking at a gold player. Because again, this season he's hitting .284 with 18 home runs and 54 RBI. So what more as a developer are you looking for in terms of a first baseman, third baseman, center fielder that has those stats and is not gold? Now this is one that I've seen a lot of people talking about, Cory Dickerson, the Dick Man. See, now here's the thing. I'm so conflicted on this because he is an awful fielder. That's really what we're talking about with Cory Dickerson, is the fact that his fielding and his arm is so bad it keeps him from being a gold, maybe even a diamond player. So you can't argue with the stats. In his last 30 games, he's hitting .328 with 5 home runs. But here's the thing. He's only got 2 stolen bases and 1 outfield assist. I don't think he's going to get any faster. I don't think he's going to get any boost to his stealing. I don't think his arm is getting any better. But here's the thing. He doesn't have a single error this season. So the fact that his fielding's at a 55, that could maybe get an increase. So if Cory Dickerson goes gold, I think it's going to be because his fielding is improving and he's becoming a much better outfielder. So this guy right here, I am not sure what the developers are thinking, or even if they're listening to the community or what stats that they're looking at, but Ervin Santana, he got a downgrade last week. Now I understand he gave up 7 earned runs, but he's got a sub-3 ERA. He's 10-4 right now in real life. But again, I kind of get it. I don't think he needs a downgrade. He definitely needs to be a silver. But in 5 of his 10 starts this year, yeah, so half of his starts, he's given up 5+ runs. I'm not sure if that's a gold just yet, so we'll look for him to go gold maybe after the All-Star break. But I think gold by the end of the season for sure. So guys, that's going to do it for the silvers to golds and also the golds to diamonds. So what we're going to do real quick is we're just going to briefly go over who I think might go from bronze or even common to silver. Kind of the players that are having a good season but are maybe not the best players in the game. So let's go over them real quick. This right here, this boggles my mind. He's not even on the first page of the players on this team. We have to go to the second page to find Trey Messina, and this guy is absolutely raking right now. He's a rookie, and he's raking. He is not a 74. He deserves to be a silver. If Cody Bellinger is a silver, Trey Messina also needs to be a silver. They are totally disrespecting this guy. Just because he doesn't have that name and he's not on a good team doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve to have his rating at a good stance. Again, another guy that you have to go to the second page to, Justin Smoke, is absolutely tearing the ball. I'm not sure his stats right now, but I know he's hitting, I think, .301 with 20 bombs and 50 RBIs. So someone who definitely deserves to be a silver if you're putting Cody Bellinger in that silver category. So again, I think they are overhyping Cody Bellinger because if you guys remember Jock Peterson, his rookie year, he was absolutely wrecking, and all of a sudden he dipped off because they learned how to pitch to him. So you need to give Justin Smoke his due. He used to be one of the top prospects in all baseball, so he had it in him. Give him his upgrade. Back to the National League. Thank God this guy is actually on the first page. But Travis Shaw, they still have his Red Sox uniform, but I promise you he's on the Brewers. He's mashing the ball. He definitely deserves to be a silver. If you check out those stats, I think they are well deserved. His contact should be up. His power is perfect. I think his vision is going to go up a little bit because he's hitting above 300. So look for Travis Shaw to go silver this week. All right, boys. So this is a sneaky pick right here. We're going to go find... Ooh, is he also on the next page? So we have another guy that is on the second page of the team itself. So we have Michael Taylor. So with Adam Eaton gone for the season, Michael Taylor is going to be getting a lot of at-bats. He has an amazing arm. I think he had a 100-mile-an-hour throw at the plate last year, so he's got a crazy good arm. I think his contact and his power is going to go up just a little bit more because he is hitting extremely well. We'll see if it continues because he's going to get a lot more playing time now that Adam Eaton is gone for the season. We have Matt Adams. His inside edge always seems to be up because he is killing it right now. His contact and power to the right side is pretty solid, but he's hitting lefties a little bit better. So he is going to be playing first base a lot more now that Freddie Freeman is transitioning to third base. So look for him to get a silver upgrade simply on the fact that he's going to be playing more. And last but not least, we have a guy that is in obscurity right now over on the Oakland Athletics because they're just not good. I wish that they were better because I like them as a team. Moneyball was a great movie, so I like the fact that they're good. But did I just skip them? Where'd they go? I can't even see. I just skip over them. All right, so Ryan Healy, his power stats are pretty solid. His contact as well. He's actually a pretty solid player, I would say, in terms of hitting stats. But again, he deserves to be silver with those stats. I don't understand what they're doing. Definitely needs to be at least an 80 overall. Again, I'm comparing these guys to Cody Bellinger. So if this guy is 6'5" and absolutely mashed the ball, I mean, what gives them the right to give Cody Bellinger a silver and not Ryan Healy? Is it the fact that he plays on the Dodgers? I don't know. Is he just... I don't understand it. So guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys took something away for this. I would say in terms of flipping... I would say in terms of the market, if you're trying to flip these players into making a good amount of stubs, I would say the two top players I think are for sure going to get upgraded is one, Elvis Andrus and Andrew McCutchen. But if they don't get upgraded, I would say for sure next week because they are absolutely mashing the ball. They're players that have a good track record. They deserve their upgrade. Edwin Encarnacion is in the same boat, so I would say the diamonds are a little bit iffy, but from the silvers to golds, I would say I'm pretty confident in saying that they're definitely going to get the upgrade. Guys, that is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope your pack luck is amazing. I hope you guys flip the stubs. I hope you guys have a good time flipping those cards and making a lot of stubs and getting your legends and flashbacks and everything like that. So with that being said, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.
That I'm at an all-time low.